Right, hello everyone and welcome to another Star Trek Let's Play, and this time around I'm going to be doing some of the episodes that I haven't done with my Sapphire character, and it's it's not the New Frontiers, it's on Future Proof. That's the one. And what I'm going to do is, even though I've done Sunrise already with her, but I may as well start off with that so that you all know what's going on, and then what I do afterwards, I'll just do Stormbound. And then after those two, I'll obviously on the next recording do Time and Tide, Temple Front, which I believe is the longest one, I think, if memory serves. Then, you know, basically like I did on the Discovery thing, basically. But anyway, without further ado, let's get this party started. And obviously I will have to do some of these missions more than once, because I've got to get the 3-piece sets and such. But obviously I'm not going to do it in the video, obviously, because otherwise you'd be wasting you guys' time. Now, what ship I plan to do this in is in basically my Riser Corvette, basically, or Ryzen Corvette should I say. I basically got it from the summer event, and I figure I'll give it a try out and such like that. So far it's been pretty good. It's no different than the Tier 5, except it's got the extra trait and a better enhanced subspace weight generator, which is actually universal. Actually no, they're all universal, I tell a lie. I thought for a moment ago that the old ones were bound to the Riser stuff only. Oh well, Riser ships only, there you go. But no, you can put these on any of the ships and it works alright. But anyway, yeah. But as you can tell, I've got a potent set on this ship. Obviously, I do have a low rank torpedo system, but that's because I'm still upgrading the ship as I go along. But another thing that this ship has is an experimental weapon, which you've seen in the previous video, which is the Solitron Wave Impaler, and again, I've got to upgrade that, but it is actually quite a handy little device to have. This still, again, all needs upgrading. So, anyway, enough of me yakking about all the upgrading. Let's get this all over and done. Let's get this party started like I intended to, because otherwise I'm going to be boring you guys with the details, and you guys are going to be like, come on, hurry up. And you're probably saying that right about now as I keep talking. I mean, I could... No, shut up. Sunrise. Oh yeah, I should make note that before you start this mission, you do need to pick up someone from DS9. So I forgot to actually make note of that. I mean, I already did that before, but I just, you know. Anyways, let's get this should have started and have a little play about. Now this ship, I mean, is quite considerably fast. Not as fast as the Naku radio that I got.
Try reducing the gain on your sensors.
But it is still pretty fast for what it is. In fact, the speed of this thing...
results don't make any sense. The star's core reactions are failing, but it still has so much mass that it should be conducting fusion. It's as if it suddenly decided that it was no longer going to do hydrogen fusion, just heavier fusion processes. This kind of matter is ejected during corona events. We should be able to collect some with your ship's ram scopes if we head to one of the ejection zones.
Anyway, as I was saying, this ship is quite considerably fast, like most escort ships are anyway. But this one's for your basic escort and such, that it is extremely fast. It goes up to, I think my one goes up to about a flight speed of 60 just on its own. Well, not on its own, sorry, just at normal impulse. So 61.4, not bad, I'll say. So yeah, that's true escort / radar ability right there. Oh yes, I remember when this type of thing first started off with these little puzzle things. They are pretty easy to do, but I remember I used to get stuck on these ones, and I was like, "Oh, how the hell do you do this thing?" And then all of a sudden it was like, "Oh yeah, that's how." In fact, I remember ranting to one of the girls.
Now. This still isn't making any sense. It's as if the star's life cycle was suddenly accelerated somehow, but it never went through an expansion cycle. There's no good explanation for this yet. Maybe something else in the system caused it. If this is system-wide, we should find evidence of similar problems, with nuclear and chemical reactions in the system's gaseous bodies. There's a large amount of gaseous stellar matter further from the star. We should have no trouble checking that hypothesis.
But anyway, as I said, I remember ranting to one of the girls about that puzzle bit. Well, it's not a puzzle bit, it's more of a, what's the name? I can't remember what they call it now. My brain's gone dead at the moment, naturally.
This is very strange. Usually nebulae are massive clouds between star systems. Finding a micronebula in a system like this is quite rare. This may be the result of an event such as a cosmic string, shearing through a gas giant and turning it back into particulate matter. I'll need some more readings to know for certain.
Oh wait. There we go. I have to remember to keep scanning every now and again to know where I'm going. And that usually becomes quite a helpful feature in this game. Especially if you want to locate stuff and such. And when I say locate stuff, it comes handy for locating stuff like Z particles or other things, or strange anomalies on the maps and such. Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. Now, I will say, as I said before, phonies can be a pain in the backside at times. But fortunately, these ones are not that much of a pain. Not compared to the ones on the...
coming in now. Nothing unusual coming in from the nebula, but those Tholian ships were quite far from home. Unfortunately, they can't give us answers. Looks like there's some heavy ionization on the far side of the nebula, though. As if it's receiving some kind of reflected radiation from one of the gas giants.
As I was saying, they're not much of a pain in the backside compared to the ones in the PvE or Task Force events. Oops, I should have let you had a chance to read that. My bad. You don't have to do this to the asteroids now, it's just a matter of, you know. But you can get hit by those asteroids, but I'll be honest with you, the chances of you getting hit by those asteroids in this game is very slim. So it's not ridiculously hard. But I can guarantee you that somebody is going to do a map where asteroids will be a problem and that you literally do have to weave in and out of them. Or maybe somebody's already done that. Oh wait, didn't they get rid of the foundries? I can't remember. I wouldn't expect someone will probably most likely say, yes they did. I'm pretty sure they didn't. Could have sworn it. Oh, I don't know.
Greetings, unknown vessel. This is Administrator Kumar K. Please provide identification.
Now, in this scenario, this is where you actually first meet the Lakari and establish with them. Oh, you know what? I might as well let the story explain to you because I am terrible at explaining again.
Welcome to Lucari. Visitors here are rare, but we're always gratified by the chance to meet and exchange information with travelers. I regret that you have arrived at a difficult time. You may have noticed that our home star has become unstable. I'm leading a project to try to reignite the star. Unfortunately, we've already suffered severe disruptions, and we have a lot of problems to tackle right now.
That's the one. Establish contact with them. That's it. Idiot me.
Yes, we've previously had contact with the Zenkethi and the Ferengi. We've heard a bit about the Teferi and the Breen, but they haven't ever been to our system. Our home world provides for all of our raw material needs, along with a few mining outposts around the asteroids and the gas giant. We've never had a compelling need to engage in space exploration. And now that our sun is going out, we're scrambling everything we've got to see if we can find a solution or a way to evacuate at least a few of our people.
Now you've got two options here. You can either say, we noticed the problems with your star, we come to investigate why this is happening, or you can actually say, well, this usually mostly applies mainly, you don't have to answer these in the way I answer them or anything like that, but the bottom one here mostly comes up if you're a member of the Romulan Republic or something else like that. I can't remember if there was a second one with the Klingon or Federations, and I need to actually look back on that. But anyway, on this one it says, as an official of the Romulan Republic, I offer you greetings and extend the opportunity for a mutual beneficial exchange. So, what do I go with that one?
I am honored to have the chance to make first contact with your people. My people have had little contact with other species, but that could change if we discover that we have mutual goals and interests. Of course, if our star goes out, this will also be last contact.
But you don't have... There is no right or wrong in these options, whatever you decide. It's just a matter of how interacting with the characters and such like that, and it just gives, you know, either a different text thing or a different speech thing, depending.
We have a solar probe ready that contains the booster module that needs to be fired into the star. It's capable of warp 2. There's a problem, though. The probe's remote navigation systems don't work. All of the interference from the solar flaring and guttering is blocking the signal. Could your ship get a trajectory plot so that we could set a pre-programmed course?
Now, I'm not sure if you can read what basically the answers to or the response to some of these chats are saying, but basically what this one is saying, we look into it, we can use our astronautics computer to build a plot, basically. But if you can't read any of these things and I do end up clicking on them without reading them, let me know in the comment section and I'll gladly, you know, read these out in the future. In fact, I might actually start reading these out in the future if I feel there's a need to, but if you guys really want me to, then I'll gladly read them out. I don't mind. Right, now it's been a while since I've done this again. Right. Wait, what was that again? Ah, there we go. Nope, it's up. Nope, I did a lie. Yeah, you have to pay attention to what the text says and such like that, and to tell you what you got to do here, basically, and how to marry up. Basically, just got to marry up with the numbers that are stated.
We're getting your telemetry now. I'll have my engineers prepare the probe. Let's see if this works. Nothing to worry about, just the future of my planet.
Yeah, positive thinking, that's what we like to hear.
The probes made it out of orbit. Engaging secondary boosters to head out of planetary range.
Christ, I've got an itch. Ugh, I hate having an itch. It's one of those itches you can't scratch. Oh, I definitely can't scratch.
At the solar corona.
Not while recording.
No effect. It didn't work. Repeat. Well, it didn't work. That was our one shot. Thank you for trying to help. I'm not sure what to try next. Maybe we can evacuate a few people. I'm not going to give up. But the situation is grim. If your people can offer any other help, we would welcome it. But I just don't see a way to relocate 8 billion people in the next few hours.
My name is Caldano. Looks like I've arrived at the perfect time. I'm here to help with the problem with this star. I'm a scientist, and I have some specialized knowledge that can help.
Hold on, I just realised something. Did they change his voice actor or something? Because I could have sworn his voice sounded different originally. That's just me thinking. Maybe I haven't played it in a while and I'm just hearing things different. I might need to look at some other YouTube videos and actually find that one out.
With apologies for the interruption, this is my home star. My people are the ones at risk here. If you have some way to reverse this process, my people should be involved. All right, I'm willing to do so, but it will take me a little while to get a shuttle out there. As you might imagine, things are a little hectic over here right now.
You won't be able to get a lock on my ship interior due to the subspace manifolds. I'll go ahead and bring you aboard.
I'm not sure if I recorded my Sapphire character on the ground, but I will warn you, she is quite small. And the reason why I did that, I just did it for... mainly for the... I think I did it for the last, mainly. Although there are some people that have gone really, ridiculously small, and it's quite funny at times.
Welcome aboard. I'm Caldano.
You moved me here without crossing the intervening space. You have quantum teleportation technology.
Yes. We call it a transporter. It has a limited range, but it's useful for going from surface to ship.
Impossible! This ship's interior is massive, even though it's no bigger than a shuttle.
My ship uses compactified subspace folds. It's bigger on the inside.
Almost like the TARDIS, hey? So it's probably the TARDIS is a little bit more complex than that. Well, more than little.
This is all quite overwhelming. This Caldano person is another stranger from somewhere else. And you're here to help with our dying star? Oh. Yes, I suppose I can see how a star suddenly dying might attract someone's attention. It's an odd coincidence. We'd probably never have met if it weren't for the trouble with the star. My people have never really had any desire to go exploring out there. We've sent a few probes and met a couple of neighbors, but we're happy at home. We have what we need, so why risk it? I guess this crisis answers that question. galaxy is bigger than us. And to survive, we need to look past just our homeworld. It sounds like you have a lot of experience in meeting other kinds of people. Maybe if we survive this, we can take the chance and learn more about each other. To talk about what we might have in common and what we have to offer. What can I do to help? My home is at risk. I want to do something. To be involved in solving this problem.
Now here you've got 3 options. Again, it doesn't matter which option you choose. It's neither a right or wrong answer. I mean, you could choose to say, stay with me, you can see how we study and solve these problems. Or stay with Caldano, and I actually said that right this time. This is his ship, so he can probably explain it best. Wait here, it'll be safer and less risky. This is going to be a delicate process, so I'm going to go with that one. Now I've got to speak with him.
Welcome to my ship. Don't be alarmed. This vessel is from the 31st century, and it has some technology you may not recognize yet. I can assure you, though, that I'm here to help. Correct. I'm associated with the temporal division of... well, let's just say that I'm an ally from the future, and I'm here to save the Lucari star. No, I'm trying to prevent changes. Someone's tampered with this star. It's not supposed to die out here. The Lucari don't disappear today, at least not if we have any say in it. I have some technology that can help, but we'll need to rework it in order to repair the star's fusion processes. What I need you to do is help me align this matrix to match the star's original spectrum. This matrix can adjust quantum induction fields, but restarting stellar processes isn't its normal use. This task should be simple. Go to each console and adjust the intensity of each color spectrum in the mix. When you have the right mix, the matrix on the center console should match the original color of the star.
Right. But you just got to go from console to console and just do all this stuff. And again, pay attention to the numbers. It's pretty simple. What you got to do, and once you've got it all sorted, it's pretty much fine. Now let's see, between, so it probably needs to be lower. There we go. Red. Right, on to the next console. So I was just giving you guys a chance to read it if you can read it. Again, if you can't and you want me to read it, then by all means tell me in the comment section and I'll gladly read this all out. Yeah, I had to jump on the console to get that. This is the only problem being her size. Opposite this time. No, it's... There we go. Blue. And the ship shook. Want to make any guesses why?
Sounds like whoever tried to destabilize the Lucari stars decided to come knocking. Let's see who... They're packing a real wallop. Shields just went down. We have incoming.
Oh, that's like the buggers don't seem to give up.
What are those things?
Folians, keep them away. I need to finish these computations. I have the device shielded in a force field, but I can't deploy it until these Tholians are out of the way. Shields are back up. They shouldn't be able to get any more boarding parties over.
You know, I'm actually hoping that this game allows you to play as the Tholians at one point, or one day as such. It'll be actually fun to actually play as them, and interesting to see how they would work. Or even just to play as the Zenketti. I know in one of the levels you get to play as one of the Zenkettis, but That's only for one mission. I won't say too much about that because obviously I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I know that some of you's already seen it already. But, you know, I just thought I'd just keep it hush hush for now, rather than spoil it.
We've got a breather. Now I just have to charge the device and prepare it for use. In just a few minutes, it'll propagate a quantum wave shift that should correct the star's stalled fusion process. You should head back to your ship, and I'll send the administrator back home.
Now, in this, there isn't so much on
The
the...
device is charging. We should be just a few minutes away from repairing the star now.
There isn't so much groundwork on this. It's mostly just space battles most of the time, or space works. But the grounds do increase eventually. Now the Tholians have don't really actually talk in the same language as we do. They're mainly talking like bug language. But because they're talking the bug language, they use sort of like a voice sympathizer or something like that to actually communicate from. Is the word voice sympathizer right? Or voice communicator, wherever it be. Translator, there we go. I think using anti-proton on Tholians might have been a bad idea because heat based and such. Maybe I should have gone Polaron or something, or phasers. Heck, as long as I've blown into bits, then that's fine. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to switch around ships and use different ships for different missions and such, like I did with the other one in some way. So I won't always use the same ship all the time, just so I can give more is it diversity or something? More, either way, just to stop my videos being a bit more boring and such. Even though some people will say, oh, it's actually quite alright to use the same ship and such because, you know, gives a bit more this and that, but I also want to show you guys, you know, some of the ships you can get and some of the ships' capabilities and such. Obviously I can't show them to their full potential because I'm not like some of the high rank. Well, I'm not like some of the other players who have very high DPS and such like that. But again, I'm not at all fussed about my DPS high-ties and that. I mean, yeah, I'm building a ship for high DPS, but I'm not overly fussed on it and such.
Firing in 3 seconds. Activating the rejuvenator.
While this cutscene's going on, I can use this for a drink.
It's working. Look at the star. Check the spectral readings. The fusion process is reigniting, and it's returning to normal.
Some of those ships have just arrived at our home system. They're attacking our home world. We don't have any way to repel starships like this. Please help us.
I really wish to remove these
Please, you have to stop them.
text things to one side.
Warships or space weapons.
Like the thing that you see in the middle and such. And I actually activate those too soon. It's quite an idiot. At least they improved on that subs, on that, is it sub? No, I think, wait a minute. Yeah, it's subspace weight. At least they improved on that subspace weight, because ages ago when I used to use that, you couldn't actually have much control over that. But now it seems that you've got better control over it and so forth, and it's like, yes. Although I will say I wouldn't recommend fitting that thing to a bigger ship, because of the slowness of the bigger ship. You probably won't have enough turn rate to turn with the subspace weight. Recommend it with escorts or faster ships, or if your ship is fast enough.
I need your help.
That's my personal recommendations. If you're wondering what's all that walking about around the ship, that's my black alert, which I find quite handy Harry. I know I probably wasted that skill, but I thought I'd just show you what it does and such like that, so that you guys get a rough idea. Basically it damages enemy ships nearby by pulling them together and literally bashing them together and such, causing damage. But you've got to be careful when using it, because you can damage yourself.
But the Tholians managed to steal the Tox Utot while they had my ship webbed. That must have been their plan all along. My data suggests that the Tholians used a trilithium warhead to destabilize the star. But the amount of resources needed to build such a weapon makes it inefficient, to say the least. No, I suspect that somehow they knew that I'd come here to save this star, and that I would bring the Tox Utot. Fortunately, the Lucari star is safe. However, nobody else will be as long as the Tholians have that device. They could use it to snuff out or destabilize stars anywhere they want. I have some thoughts on that, but I will need to do some calculations. These events and the Tox Utot itself are tied up in the temporal Cold War. The Tholians may not care, but by using the Tox Utot, they risk distorting the timeline, wiping out civilizations that are supposed to survive into the future, such as the Lucari. I'll be in touch. At least now the Lucari will have a promising future.
Caldano is correct. You have preserved our future. My people will be forever grateful, not to mention my personal gratitude, of course. I think we have a bright future ahead of us, if you'll forgive my play on words. I am eager to see where it leads. Thank you once again. I wish I could ask you about your science, your trade, your society. But I suppose there will be time for all of that now that our crisis has been averted. Won't there?
I think our friend the administrator here is going to need a ride home. Would you mind? If you'll pick her up and take her home, I'll start looking for more data about the Tholians' plans.
And just like that, he walks off.
An amazing amount of information about what happened to this star. Thank you for bringing me along. Once we're back in Allied space, I'll take a shuttle home.
Right, and just transfer L down, and bada bing, bada boom, done. I'm trying to remember what part of the set have I got. I know I got one part of the set. Or did I get it? No, I'm pretty sure I only got one part. Have a look. Best way to look.
Your discovery of a nearby warp-capable species may be a boon to the Republic. We will open a dialogue immediately to discuss the possibility of trade. This time traveler and his quantum inhibitor, though, are potentially very dangerous. Republic intelligence will search for information regarding what the Tholians might be up to. In the meantime, keep your ship on ready status in case we need to respond quickly in order to find the Tox Utot.
Right, so I've got the torpedoes, so that means I need that, and that. So I'm going to have to do it another 2 more times to get the full set. So it's not a 3-piece. Well, it's a 3-piece set, but I I like to get the cannons as well, because in that way I can have the best of both worlds.
Greetings.
Right, now the next one will be Stormbound. So I'm going to set a course for that. I'll just do auto navigate rather than transport, even though that I could transport, make it quicker, but I think some of you may appreciate the fact that I'm actually moving rather than just transporting all the time. Actually, I did say I was going to change ship, didn't I? Let's think. Decisions, what to choose. You know what, sorry. I'll go with this one. There we go, and we should be on our way. We should be on our way even, sorry. Wait, have we gone past the thing? No, we haven't. Thought we went past the thing. Right, now to begin Stormbound. And Christ, my voice is going funny.
Good to see you again. Thank you for responding to my message so quickly. The Tholians have the quantum phase inhibitor. I've tracked their ship to this system, and I'm detecting some telltale quantum fluctuations within the star. They're trying to use the device. We need to stop them and recover it. First, however, we need to help the Nakul. At this point in their history, they're not prepared to repel a Tholian attack.
Unidentified vessel. You have entered our space without authorization. If you are an ally of the Tholians, leave now. We have done nothing to provoke their attacks, but we will defend ourselves. Thank you. My people have few warships. Any assistance you could provide against the Tholians would be appreciated.
Oh, let's blast out some 8-legged motherfuckers. Luckily, Tholian Mish Weavers are pretty easy to take down because they're more of their light craft and such. However, it's the Orb Weavers that can be a pain in the backside because of that reason. The whole webbing thing. Luckily I've got a few fighters to support me and back me up on this thing, so it makes it a lot more easy.
We appreciate your assistance. It is not often that we encounter a species willing to risk their lives for another. We are still detecting Tholian ships near our star, as well as some unusual quantum fluctuations. It's as if the star's nuclear fusion is decaying at an increased rate. So this is your fault? Why would you make such a terrible thing? You caused this problem. I expect you to fix it, or we will hold you and your people responsible for the consequences.
I should have never made that device. I was only focused on the idea, on whether it was possible. I didn't stop to think of all the harm it could do in the wrong hands. We have to stop the Tholians before they shut down the star's fusion. If that happens, the effect on this system will be devastating. The Nakul will lose their home, and life will probably never develop here again.
I'll be quite frank, I personally would have actually kept the information from the Nakul about the fact that they stole a device and such, just for peace sakes, but then again, I don't know. This is why I'm not a diplomat. But at the same time, I think the Nakul are overreacting at the same time. Because they just instantly say, oh, it's your fault, even though the Tholians are doing it.
Has the quantum phase inhibitor. They're going to use it on the star. We have to stop them. Board that vessel and get it back.
Wait. Oh, I have.
Might have traced me to this time. We'll have to go further into the past to hide the quantum phase inhibitor.
Now you might hear some noise from outside. I'm not sure if it's because people are cutting grass and such. But fingers crossed it shouldn't be too loud, you mother bitch. I didn't expect that web thing to actually grab me just like that. Now, I do love the Herc vessels. They are quite fast and nimble and really nice to pilot. Especially the escort one. I mean, I did have a lot of doubts about the escort because I thought, oh, design and all this stuff, but no, it's actually pretty good and all. It actually had me eating my words. Although I would love to get their Dreadnought class, but beggars can't be choosers. Ah, shit.
Oh no, they're using the toxin pod.
Oh no. Wait. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, whenever the Tholians use that move, it seems to always pull out Terran ships from the Terran universe. Now to disable their flagship. Wait a minute, what the what's going on here? What? Oh! It's their fighters, that's what it was. Yeah, I see the fighting Widow now. Tiny little fuckers, but still. Tiny or not.
We've docked with a Tholian ship. The good news is that my scans indicate the quantum phase inhibitor is on the bridge. All we need to do is go get it. The bad news is that the Tholians know we're here. They're not going to give up without a fight. The Tholians come from an environment that is extremely hazardous to most humanoids. You and your team will need environment suits to survive. Don't forget to equip and activate EV suits before you board the Tholian ship.
Luckily, I have just the very thing. And who else? we give one to you. You don't need it. I'm not sure if she needs it because she's a hologram. I might actually test out that theory actually. And just so you know, you can get these suits for 50 lobies when you collect all 3 pieces of the 3 different environment suits from the soldering area. Anyway, let's oh, in that case I'm gonna definitely have to give it to wait. That's wait, I thought we already had one. There we go. I thought to myself, holograms don't need it because they're pretty much alright for the environment. Yeah, it's mainly the humans and such, or humanoids and such. And that's the thing I love about this game. They actually do take into account that
just as xenophobic and opportunistic in your time as mine.
They do take into account that not all species or creatures or whatever you are affected by certain environments. Some of them can be pretty immune. And you know what? I wish that they actually made the actual floating bridge quite large enough, and actually made the floating ships large enough so you can actually explore them more, especially the ones that you own, because from the amount of things that people pay for it and such, I would say, well, especially when people spend real money, I would expect that the bridge to be a lot larger and a lot more areas to explore, you know, just give them their money's worth. I'm hoping that's something that they will work on in the future. I really am. I know some people will say don't hold your breath on if you know it, but you never know. They do have the tendency to surprise and such. I mean,
have to be getting closer to the Tox Utad. Stay alert.
They've been showing a lot of surprises quite a lot lately. Well, to me, yeah, in my opinion. I know other people have a different opinion. Cool. I have to rely on the map at times to know where I'm going, because sometimes when going through these things it can be quite a maze. And that's one Napoleon down. Well, more than one.
Need to drop that force field, get the quantum phase inhibitor, and get off this ship before the rest of the Tholians get here to stop us.
Alright, let's get this thing and then...
Finally, we have the quantum phase inhibitor. I brought this device through time to hide it from the Vorgons, but I never thought the Tholians would steal it. Now we need to hide it where it will be safe from both of them. Are you ready? This will be a longer trip than you're used to taking.
I like the fact that they improved on some of the cutscenes on this.
Opening a temporal portal to the 22nd
It's not so
century.
stiff, sorry. It's not so stiff, and it's quite nicely done, really. Sure, there's still some improvements they can do, but, you know, little by little, bit at a time, I say.
Set a course for the Ryza system.
Ow. I was scratching my head and hit something hard on my shelf.
Ryza, early 22nd century. Even the tourists won't be in this region for a few years yet. No one will be looking for the quantum phase inhibitor here. Not now, anyway. Let's try that cave up ahead. It looks like a good spot. Wow, rain on Ryza. I guess they haven't installed the weather control systems yet.
Do you know what? When I first came here, that was the first thing that came to my head, because when the Planet Ryza,
Hide the device very well. I can't afford to let it fall into the wrong hands again. And the Vorgons are very persistent.
when Ryza had its day-night cycles and that, I was actually noticed that. Well, I actually noticed that it had hardly any rains and such like that. And when I saw it raining in this time of the map, I was like, "Wow, that's really nice." Nice little touch like that, you know. I'm hoping to do with sort of the day and night cycle to Ryza and the other bits. Be quite nice to add a few environments into the planets. And yeah, I'll have to sort of like go to different spots till he's satisfied which spot is good.
That's better, but I still think it will be too easy to find. That's it. Someone will find it in a few hundred years, but that's a different story for a different captain. Let's get back to your time. We need to check on the Nakul. Setting course for 24 seconds.
We need to get back to the Nakul.
Return the talks with Ted, and we will let you live.
How about no, go suck a dick? Yeah? Oh fuck, I put that early. Gotta stop doing that. There's always one floating ship that likes to try to beat me.
My temporal drive has been damaged. This is Captain Walker of the USS Pasta. We are responding to a temporal distress call. Do you require assistance?
Yeah, how about take out that big beady bitch? Again, I've got to say the black alert trait is very handy to have, because it literally summons up multiple versions of your ship to fire torpedoes and such. It's very handy.
What happened to our son? What did you do?
He did it.
I'm sure that will be a great comfort to our citizens as they freeze to death.
Get heaters? Blankets?
You have done quite enough. Leave us alone. Time travelers and malcontents and Tholians. The whole lot of you can fall into a black hole. Now go. We have to figure out how to save our people. And then we'll take steps to protect ourselves. Time is a weapon, and it will never be turned against us again.
This is Captain Benjamin Walker of the USS Postok. I'm responding to an emergency temporal transmission from these space-time coordinates, but we are no longer detecting the source of these transmissions. Did you lose a time traveler?
Yeah, he fell into that hole somewhere around space.
I think you better come aboard while we resolve this. Prepare for transport.
Do we have to? Right, there's a game of that called... I'm shutting up. I was trying to make a joke.
Greetings. It's nice to see you again. Not that you remember. We need to scan the continuum for Caldano. Would you care to assist me?
I don't have a choice in the matter. Oh look, these computers are just my size. How quaint. Oh shit.
Were you able to locate Caldano?
No. Sort of. Kind of.
Enter the temporal coordinates into the transporter.
Do I have to? Hey, that dude was standing and he just collapsed. Well shit, he's dead, Jim.
What happened with Caldano?
He's fucking dead.
No, this was meant to happen. Caldano went further back into the past than you knew. The NX-01 Enterprise, captained by Jonathan Archer, found his ship in the 22nd century, and his chief engineer activated Caldano's emergency temporal circuit, which returned the ship to its last known time, this one. But by the time that happened, Caldano had been dead for centuries. The Tox Utat is safe. It was found in the mid-24th century by Captain Jean-Luc Picard, who destroyed it before it could be used to harm others. Altering the past causes ripples. The effects move through time, shifting everything they touch, and it may take eons for all of them to be seen. The Nakul will survive, although their homeworld will be lost. They will become time travelers themselves, and their actions in the temporal Cold War shape the galaxy you now know. There are some things you shouldn't change, that you can't change. You could check Captain Archer's old logs for more information, but you will know all about it soon enough. You are entering a dangerous era in history. Time travel like warp drive before it will radically change your society. I'll see you again. We have a lot to do.
Well, shit. And this, yep, and this is where I can say that I've finished. Oh, I forgot about the set on this. So I'm going to have to do this about another 3 times. No, maybe 2 more times, because I don't need that one.
Greetings.
Anyway, so that ends that one for now, and on the next time around, I should be doing the other 2 episodes of the Future Proof. I had to look at it there to actually remember, and yeah, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, and got any suggestions and such, feel free to leave those suggestions in the comment section, and yeah, as always, I look forward to doing the next one, and yeah, peace out, people.